When I first moved to Canada, I made plenty of mistakes, some that cost me money, others that slowed down my progress, and even a few that affected my confidence. Over time, I discovered I wasn't alone. Many newcomers go through the same challenges, often repeating the same costly mistakes simply because no one warned them ahead of time. That's why we started this channel, Areotti Business Solutions. Here, we focus on helping new immigrants in Canada and the US understand money, taxes, savings, and investments, so you can avoid the pitfalls and build a stronger financial future. Beyond sharing educational content, we also provide professional financial services, from tax filing and business compliance to advisory and strategy, designed to help you not just settle, but thrive. So if you're new here, welcome. You're in the right place. Let's walk through some of the most common mistakes newcomers make, so you can avoid them and hit the ground running on your Canadian journey. Mistake 1. Not getting a credit card immediately. When I first landed in Canada, one of the first things I did was open a bank account. The banker asked if I wanted a credit card, and I said no. Why? Because I believed credit cards were dangerous, that they would drag me into debt. What I didn't realize was that refusing that credit card was one of my biggest mistakes. In Canada, your credit history is your financial identity. Without it, you can't rent an apartment easily, finance a car, or even qualify for certain jobs. Getting a credit card right away, even if it has a small limit, is the first step toward building that history. Mistake 2. Misusing credit cards. But getting a credit card isn't enough. You also need to know how to use it wisely. And this is where many newcomers mess up. Some people avoid using the card altogether, which builds no history. Others max out their cards on clothes, furniture, or even just food. Both are mistakes. The golden rule in Canada is, keep your credit utilization under 30%. That means if your card has a $1,000 limit, don't carry more than a $300 balance. And always, I repeat, always pay it back on time. Think of your credit card not as free money, but as a tool. Used properly, it opens doors to low-interest loans, mortgages, and financial freedom. Mistake 3. Not building credit history. Here's the truth. If you don't build credit, Canada will treat you like you don't exist financially. Without credit history, you can't rent apartments easily, landlords may reject your applications, and you'll face sky-high interest rates on loans. Even some employers check credit reports before hiring. So, don't just get a credit card, use it. Even small purchases like groceries or a monthly Netflix subscription can help build your profile. Mistake 4. Ignoring taxes or filing late. Another costly mistake? Ignoring taxes. Many newcomers think, I just arrived, I don't have a job yet, so why file? Big mistake. Even if you earn nothing, filing taxes connects you to the Canada Revenue Agency and unlocks benefits. Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time rebates, climate action incentives, childcare benefits, and more. If you skip filing, you lose free money. And if you owe taxes but miss the April 30th deadline, penalties and interest start piling up. So add that date to your calendar the moment you arrive. Mistake 5. Underestimating the cost of living. When I first arrived, I underestimated how expensive Canada really is. Rent, transportation, food, even small bills like phone and internet add up faster than you expect. Without a budget, I was overspending on unnecessary things and struggling with essentials. A budget isn't about restricting you, it's your GPS for money. It shows you where your dollars are going and helps you make smarter choices. Mistake 6. Overspending to impress others. This one is especially dangerous. Many newcomers feel pressure to prove they've arrived by buying designer clothes, the latest iPhone, or moving into a high-rise apartment. But here's the truth, in Canada, nobody really cares. People don't notice what brand of shoes you're wearing. Instead of spending to impress others, live within your means. Start small. Share a basement apartment if you need to. Upgrade slowly as your income grows. Remember, financial stability will impress you far more than any flashy purchase. Mistake 7. Not saving or investing early. Here's where many newcomers trip up. They earn money, but they don't save. Or if they save, they just leave it sitting in a checking account, where inflation eats away its value. Start saving immediately, even small amounts. Automate deposits. Build an emergency fund. And once you're ready, learn about low-risk investments. Even $3 saved daily adds up to over $1,000 a year. Over 10 years, that's $10,000 plus growth if invested. Saving and investing isn't about being rich today. It's about protecting your future self. Mistake 8. Ignoring settlement services and help. When I arrived in Canada, I didn't know about settlement services. A friend told me that if I wanted to view an apartment, I had to pay someone $100 to do it for me. I believed it and wasted money. What I didn't realize was that government-funded organizations offer these services for free. Settlement services can help you with housing, career advice, job applications, language classes, even free tax filing. Yet many newcomers ignore them or think they're too good to be true. Don't make that mistake. These programs exist to help you succeed, and they can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Mistake 9. Staying in survival jobs too long. We all know the story: doctors, engineers, and accountants moving to Canada and ending up in minimum wage jobs just to survive. There's nothing wrong with taking a survival job, it pays the bills. But the mistake is staying there too long. Over time, survival jobs can drain your confidence and trap you in a cycle. You tell yourself, "I'll apply for better jobs later." Later becomes months, then years. Suddenly you're stuck. Here's the truth: the hardest step, moving to Canada, is already behind you. Don't settle permanently in survival mode. Network, volunteer, upgrade your skills, and slowly transition into a career path that matches your qualifications. Mistake 10. Losing confidence and isolating yourself. Immigration is tough. You leave behind everything familiar: family, friends, your professional reputation. Suddenly, you're starting from zero. Many newcomers lose confidence, isolate themselves, and even stop trying. That loss of self-belief is one of the most expensive mistakes you can make, because it costs you opportunities. Canada rewards confidence and initiative. If you withdraw into yourself, you miss chances to connect, grow, and thrive. Don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Stay positive, celebrate small wins, and surround yourself with people who uplift you. Mistake 11. Sticking only to your community. It's natural to stick with people from your own culture. It feels safe, but if you never branch out, you delay your integration into Canadian life. Language, career opportunities, even friendships, they all grow when you step outside your bubble. I've met newcomers who lived in Canada for 10 years but barely spoke English or French because they stayed only within their community. That choice limited their jobs, their income, and their sense of belonging. So yes, stay connected to your roots, but also step out. Learn the language, make Canadian friends, and build a diverse network. It will open doors you never imagined. Mistake 12. Neglecting health and lifestyle. Here's something most people won't tell you. Many immigrants gain weight or develop health issues soon after arriving. Why? Cheap fast food, processed meals, stress, and long working hours. At first, it feels convenient. A burger here, fries there. But over time, it affects your energy, your confidence, even your medical bills. Your health is your wealth. Cook at home, explore local markets, and stay active. Canada has free hiking trails, affordable gyms, and community sports centers. Don't trade your long-term well-being for short-term convenience. Mistake 13. Not doing enough research. And finally, the most silent mistake of all, not doing your research. Too many newcomers assume things will work the same way as back home. They jump into contracts, jobs, or housing without asking questions. They trust rumors instead of facts. In Canada, rules change from province to province. What works in Ontario may not work in Alberta. Before you sign anything, research. Before you move, research. Before you commit, research. In today's world, information is free. Not using it is the costliest mistake you can make. We've now covered all 13 mistakes that newcomers make in Canada, from mismanaging credit to ignoring their own well-being. Avoiding these pitfalls will save you money, time, and heartache. But here's the thing, simply avoiding mistakes is not enough. The real question is, how do you go beyond survival and actually thrive in Canada? How do you unlock hidden opportunities, reduce your taxes legally, and grow wealth in a country where living costs are high? That's exactly what we'll cover next, the Insider's Guide to Thriving in Canada. We'll talk about smart money strategies, overlooked opportunities, and secrets most immigrants never hear about until it's too late. Trust me, you won't want to skip this. If this video has been of help so far, give it a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of it. And let me know in the comments, which of these 6 mistakes do you think is the hardest to avoid? Let's talk about it. Now let's move to the Insider's Guide to Thriving in Canada. Smart Money Strategies for Newcomers. Welcome back. In the first part of this series, we talked about the most common mistakes newcomers make in Canada and how to avoid them. But here's the truth. Avoiding mistakes will only take you so far. To really succeed in Canada, you need to move from survival mode to growth mode. That's what this part of the video is about. Now we dive into the insider's guide to thriving in Canada. I'll be sharing smart money strategies that most immigrants learn the hard way, from maximizing government benefits to building wealth, growing your career, and setting yourself up for financial freedom. And make sure you stick around until the end, because I'll reveal the strategy most newcomers completely overlook, one that can literally change your financial future in this country. Strategy 1. Master the Canadian tax system early. Earlier, we talked about the mistake of not filing taxes. Now let's go deeper. Taxes in Canada are not just about what you pay, they're about what you can get back. The Canadian government offers multiple credits and benefits that can put hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars back in your pocket. Examples? The Gulf Standard Time/Hawaii Standard Time rebate, the Climate Action Incentive, and if you have kids, the Canada Child Benefit, which can be a lifesaver. But you only get these if you file your taxes, even if you made zero income. Here's the smart move. File your taxes as soon as you're eligible, set up direct deposit with the CRA, and track what benefits you qualify for. Over the years, this adds up to thousands of dollars, money too many newcomers miss out on. Strategy 2. Use credit as a tool, not a trap. In the beginning, we covered mistakes with credit cards. Now let's flip it. If you manage credit wisely, it becomes your most powerful tool in Canada. Here's how. Use your card for regular expenses, keep usage below 30%, and pay it off in full every month. Over time, your score climbs. With a strong credit score, you'll get lower interest rates on loans, better rental opportunities, and even job approvals. Think of your credit score as your passport to financial opportunities in Canada. Protect it like gold. Strategy 3. Build an emergency fund immediately. One of the smartest things you can do is build an emergency fund. Life in Canada can be unpredictable, job losses, medical bills, or car breakdowns. Without savings, you'll end up relying on credit cards or loans, and that debt spirals fast. Aim for at least 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved in a separate account. Even starting small, $50 a month, is better than nothing. Over time, this safety net gives you peace of mind and prevents you from falling into debt traps. Strategy 4. Take advantage of free and low-cost education. Education in Canada is expensive, but here's a secret. Newcomers have access to free or low-cost programs that can upgrade your skills and boost your career. From language classes to government-funded bridging programs, the opportunities are endless. Instead of spending years stuck in survival jobs, invest in education early. Take free online courses, certifications, or attend community workshops. Not only does this make you more employable, but it also shows Canadian employers that you're adaptable and willing to grow. Strategy 5. Start investing early, even small. Here's a truth about Canada. If you only save money in a checking account, you're losing value every year because of inflation. That's why you need to learn about investing early. Start small, even $50 or $100 a month. Canada offers great investment tools like the TFSA, Tax-Free Savings Account, and RRSP, Registered Retirement Savings Plan. With a TFSA, your investments grow tax-free. With an RRSP, your contributions reduce your taxable income today. The earlier you start, the more compound growth works for you. Investing is not just for the rich, it's for anyone who wants to build wealth in Canada. Strategy 6. Network and build relationships. In Canada, your network is just as important as your skills. Too many newcomers send hundreds of job applications online with no response. But the truth is, many jobs are filled through referrals and networking. Attend local events, volunteer, join professional associations, and connect on LinkedIn. A simple coffee chat can open doors that hundreds of online applications never will. Remember, your skills get you qualified, but your network often gets you hired. Strategy 7. Plan for the long game. Thriving in Canada is not about quick wins. It's about long-term strategy. Too many newcomers expect instant success and get discouraged when things don't move fast. But the truth is, Canada rewards patience and consistency. If you budget wisely, invest early, build credit, and keep learning, In 5 to 10 years, you'll look back amazed at how far you've come. Think beyond survival, plan for stability, growth, and eventually financial freedom. So far, we've covered how to avoid mistakes and how to apply smart strategies to thrive financially in Canada. But here's the thing, thriving is only the beginning. The real question is, how do you go from thriving to actually building generational wealth? How do you move from financial security to financial freedom, where money works for you and not the other way around? That's exactly what we'll dive into in our next video, the advanced playbook for wealth building in Canada. We'll talk about real estate strategies, tax optimization, side hustles, and investment moves that most newcomers overlook. If you thought this part was powerful, wait until you see the next part. If you learned something new today, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. And let me know in the comments, which of these strategies will you start applying first? Your answer might inspire someone else. Until next time, stay smart, stay focused, and keep building your Canadian dream.